Steve, it's amazing, the journey you've taken us on with all the albums that you've done, whether it's tribute to people that you love, the songs that you've written, and the albums over the years. And I think I want to let everybody know that you've got a new record coming out on June 10th with Sean Colvin, which is called Colvin and Earle, on Fantasy Records right here, the Bay Area, the legendary label. So tell me about, didn't you two meet each other about 30 years ago? How did you guys...
We've known each other for a long time. Sean, we actually met at the Iron Horse in Northampton, Massachusetts, and we go back and forth. It was either late 80s or early 90s. I was doing a solo tour, which I do kind of in between band tours because that's how I know whether I have songs or not. And Sean was opening for me, and I knew what I was looking at. She's a real live folk singer. She's the same thing I am. And we sort of stayed in touch over the years. And I went through a pretty dark period in my life when I was, pretty much homeless. And my drug habit had sort of taken me. I had made 4 records, and I'd been nominated for Grammys, and my dreams had come true, and it took me a long time to get there. And then 4 records, and 5 years later, I was homeless. And the only kind of little points of light that got through to the dark place where I was that Emmylou Harris had recorded Guitar Town, and Sean Colvin had recorded Someday, and on the Cover Girls record. So I saw her almost immediately at a festival after I got out of jail, started playing again, and we started bumping into each other here and there. And Sean invited me to do a tour with her. She liked to do these tours. They're kind of whitewashing the fence, where she goes out with Mary Chapin Carpenter. There's a thing with her and Emmy and Patty Griffin and Buddy Miller called Three Girls and Their Buddy. And it's whitewashing the fence. It's basically so you don't have to work quite so hard and you make more money. And I got that. So we went out and we did that. But we discovered, the way that works is I'll play a song, should play a song, and then we play a few things together. Like maybe half the set, maybe less than half the set we'd actually play together. But what we discovered is something happens when we sing together. And it made me want to make a record. And I think it was my suggestion that we actually try to make a record. And Buddy Miller is somebody we both have in common. Sean was in a band with him back in the 70s. She's known him that long. And I've known him since 93 or 94. So
yeah,
over 20
who else
years.
plays on the record? Is Chris Wood on there from?
It's Chris
Medeski,
Wood
Martin
from
and
Medeski, Martin and Wood. Fred Altringham, who's Sheryl Crow's drummer, is his day job, and but he plays on a lot of sessions. You've heard him on a lot of records. You've heard Chris and Fred together a lot. If Buddy Miller produced it, he's their go-to rhythm section. And Richard Bennett played guitar on the record. Him and Buddy were the other 2 guitar players. Richard is the guitar player on Guitar Town. And this is the 30th anniversary of Guitar Town, by the way, this year. That's kind of
yes. What a great record. And you're going to be actually, around the time of Hardly Strictly Bluegrass, you'll be doing a few shows in a row, right?
You can tell it's Hardly Strictly Bluegrass because you'll see me come in to SFO. But I'm here every year. I'm one of the lucky ones. But this year I'm doing the fundraiser, which we're not sure what it's for yet because it's always for something here in the Bay Area. But we're going to do, that'll be at the Great American Music Hall. The Dukes will play Guitar Town in its entirety on the Thursday before Hardly Strictly Bluegrass starts.
Great American Music Hall, is that going to be?
Yeah, Great American Music Hall.
Fantastic. What a great album, too.
And we'll do 2 sets. We'll do a Duke set like we always do, closed banjo stage on Saturday night. Colvin and Earle will also play. I think on Sunday is the plan right now. So
that'll be great. Now, on this new record, there's 4 covers on there. I thought they were really cool, and I wanted to ask you.
The covers are fantasy camp. They're totally. Sean and I are pretty close to the same age. She's a little younger than I am, but.
A Ruby Tuesday you do, which I think
we
is
did
cool.
Ruby Tuesday. We did You Were on My Mind.
The song We Five had a huge hit here in San Francisco.
Which was exactly.
Ian Sylvia, but a lot of people.
Ian and Sylvia were the original version because Sylvia wrote it, and but we restored Sylvia's original second verse because they cleaned it up for AM radio. We used a We Five chord structure, which was all the minor chords, but I got drunk and whoa, I got sick and whoa was taken out of the We
making it
Five
real
version.
again.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly. So, and I can't wait to see Sylvia because
yeah, I think it's great though.
And what else did we record?
Tobacco Road.
Tobacco Road. That was Sean's idea. And the other song, the other cover is an Emmylou Harris song that was on the Western Wall record that she made with Linda Ronstadt. And Emmy was excited because we're both friends with Emmy, and she just started writing songs, a lot of songs relatively recently with Red Dirt Girl And she, I don't think she's ever had a cover before, so she was kind of excited about that.
That's good. That's really cool, though.
Yeah,
So that'll be out again on June 10th. Hey, the other thing, I mean, you've written some really great books. I mean, and then you've also, we loved you in Treme and, of course, in The Wire. Is there anything coming down the line? Are you going to do any more TV
Since
stuff?
those 2 TV shows, I've been in a bunch of features that you probably didn't see. They're out there. You can find them.
Yeah.
I was in a thing called The World Made Straight, which was set in North Carolina. And I play a really scary hillbilly drug dealer. I was also played a hillbilly drug dealer in a comedy called Leaves of Grass. That was a Tim Blake Nelson film, and it was me and 2 of Ed Norton, and I shoot one of them with a crossbow before it's ever with. It was that's country. And then I was recently in a film called Dixieland, which is it's pretty cool. It's a first-time director. His first movie, his name's Hank Bedford. He's from Tennessee, and he's going to get to make another movie because it kind of did pretty well at the festivals, and you can get it on the services now. It's called Dixieland, and it's I've got a relatively small part in it, but I'm pretty proud of what I did. And there's been some other features, and I do what I can do and what I have time to do. It doesn't pay as much as my day job at my level as an actor, so. I'm just trying to. We try to get gigs when we can get them. When I love doing it, I avoided doing it for years. I turned down a lot of acting roles when I was way better looking, and I just now I kind of like doing it, and it's harder to get because I'm the old guy with the beard. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah, but yeah, let's hear it for everybody right there. You got it, absolutely. One of the things is, have you found that those directors that find you, and even when you were doing the HBO shows, were fans of you as a musician?
Well, the person that invented the idea of me being an actor is David Simon, and he's a huge music fan, and that's why Treme existed in the first place. But he used a song of mine called South Nashville Blues. He had Corey Harris re-record it as South Baltimore Blues for The Corner, which was, all these are based on nonfiction books that he wrote. He was a crime reporter for the Baltimore Sun, and he just, it's art made for the right reasons. It's kind of a form of journalism, but, it's fiction, but it's based on real stuff. And I don't know, I'm really proud to be a part of it. Trust me, I'm recognized more for having been in The Wire than I am anything else I've ever done all around the world. And I'm okay with that. I'm very proud of that.
Oh, that stuff was great that you did there.